This coverage is sponsored by Falkirk Rugby Club.
In Scottish Hydro Premier 3 is Falkirk at Sunnyside on their own patch against Hillhead Jordanhill. And this one means a lot to both sides. Hill's top of the table, Falkirk third, but still very, very much in the chase for promotion. Falkirk fullback Chris Harris under pressure early on, tidying that one up, but he's kicked downfield, only getting as far as David Armstrong. Armstrong opening the game up, taken on there by Gus Twaddle. Bit of a guddle in midfield, tidied up by Stuart Rose. Good ball back, and this time Armstrong out to Whitco. Whitco to big lock David Fiskin. Oh, what a break by the big fella. Out to David Patterson. Patterson, well, he had the try line in his sights there, but hauled down by the defence. David Sim keeps it going. Armstrong, Twaddle. Out to the other big lock, Marty Lane, setting it up there. David Armstrong waiting for it, but disposed of by Bob Wiley. Bounces back, flips it up, and it's out to Stuart Ross. And the Hills captain barreling his way over through a few tackles there for the opening try. Made it look so easy, 8 minutes gone. Hills 5-0 with a kick to come. No problem for Gus Twaddle. 7 points to 0, Hills ahead. And certainly in the opening minutes, they've looked by far the more likely of the two sides. Good line out ball there. Again out to Ross, taking the ball up. Armstrong. Out to David Sim, finding centre. Archie Miller. Miller, whoa, looking good there until he's hauled down on the 22 by Bob Wiley, but Hills keeping the momentum going. Fiskin in the line again. Rose out to Ross. Ross knocked back there by the Falkirk defence, and bodies strewn everywhere at the moment. And referee Shane Lewis has spotted an offence, playing advantage, but no advantage coming. Gives the penalty on the 22, straight in front. No problem for Gus Twaddle after 23 minutes to make it 10-0 to Hills. And Falkirk were going to have to do something if they're going to get back into the game. Knocked back at that line out there by a very, very aggressive looking Hills pack. Got the turnover. Armstrong up to Golden. Ross on his shoulder. And Hills going a wee bit across the field here, not making too much ground. Taken on by Ross, but he was robbed. Falkirk have got the turnover. Chance here. And it's Mark Bruce inside his own half. Not for long though, now he's inside the Hills half. What a run by the wee scrum half. Going like a demon, is he going to make the line? No, closed down by Gus Twaddle, but inside ball there, and Dave Adamson right on his shoulder for an absolute cracker of a try to get Falkirk on the board. What a break by the Falkirk scrum half. Straightforward kick for Adamson to bring the margin back to 3 points. And Falkirk will be relieved that they've got themselves on the board. And that was just the score they needed, because a couple of minutes later the ball whipped across the field. Mike Parsons there making the break, and outside him Chris Harris. Would the fullback make it? Yes, in at the corner. Second try in 4 minutes for Falkirk, and that one took them into a 12 points to 10 lead. And coming up to half time, it was anybody's game. Next score would be pretty important. Great take there by Stuart Rose. The Hills pack not quite getting the momentum they were looking for. Getting knocked back there by Casey Gibson and Matt Larson. Tidied up by Marty Lane, but pretty slow ball. Whitco into midfield. Oh, great tackle there by Roddy Denham. But as the Falkirk pack arrive, somebody's offended. Yep, coming in from the wrong side, said referee Lewis. Long kick for Gus Twaddle, but straight through the post. 13 points to 12. Hills 1 point ahead going into half-time.
Scrum Magazine. Subscribe online at scrummagazine.com.
This coverage is sponsored by Falkirk Rugby Club.
The game finally poised going into the second half. Terrific take there by Casey Gibson. Ball spread wide by Falkirk. Oh, terrific tackle there in midfield though by David Patterson. With the ball out to Matt Morrell. Morrell, is he going to win that chase? No. Twaddle gets there first. Falkirk now starting to dominate the possession stakes. Long kick downfield by David Adamson. Not quite going dead. Twaddle having to play it. But his kick not finding touch. Straight to Craig Reid. Mark Bruce taking the tackle rather than send out the silly pass. Not a bad idea because he won the penalty coming in from the side. Thank you very much to Dave Adamson, because that penalty put Falkirk 15 points to 13 ahead. The home side are keeping up the pressure on the Hills 22. Bruce out to Adamson. And whoa, terrific ball there to fullback Chris Harris. Knocked over by David Patterson. The ball kept alive by Wiley. Out to Matt Morrell. And whoa, that was a try-saving tackle by Haddon McPherson, if ever there was one. And from the scrum, Hills now under quite a bit of pressure there. Bob Wiley wrapping up Donald Pitcairnley. Armstrong, a wee dip down the blind. Oh, a great ball there to Haddon McPherson. Inside to Armstrong again. And oh, that pass not quite going to hand to David Patterson, and Morrell coming across. Great cover defence there by the Falkirk winger. And Falkirk getting back in numbers. Mark Bruce, the man, putting the clearance way back out of the danger zone. Hills, oh, they knew they had to keep possession, keep their patience, keep the momentum going, and they're edging up closer and closer to that Falkirk line. But Falkirk policing the fringes very well. Yeah, keeping their defence pretty solid. Finally the ball whipped out to the backs, out to David Patterson, but oh, knocked on there and finally cleared. Oh, not just cleared, but a great counter-attack by Stuart McAllister over the halfway line, finds Matt Morrell. Great tackle again there by Haddon McPherson, and the ball going forward. And the let off for Hills, but going into the final play of the game, great take by Marty Lane. And Falkirk knew all they had to do was hold on to the ball. Keep it going. Kevin McKenzie in there. If he tucks it up his jersey, we'll never get it back. Mark Bruce asking the ref, have you got the time, sir? It's time to put it out the park and win the game. Falkirk 15, Hills 13. This one was always going to be close, but you can see what it means to the boys from Falkirk to keep them in the promotion race.
Yeah, it was a very difficult game, and we always knew that. We've played Hillhead a couple of times now, and we've won one and lost one every season we've played them. But we're actually quite disappointed with the way the scoreline finished. We probably gave away 3 or 4 tries when we were 5 metres away from the line. We just couldn't finish. Whether that's down to us not playing with the struggling through the winter period, or we just one of these games that you just don't manage to score. But we're actually quite disappointed the way we went. But however, we'll take the victory. It puts us back in the chase for winning the league, and that was the most important thing today.
So Falkirk still very much in the promotion chase. They stay in third, Howe Fife for second, Hills are top, but it's a lot closer than it was before this one started. Final score, Falkirk 15, Hillhead Jordanhill 12. This is Ron Evans for Scottish Rugby Television at Sunnyside, Falkirk.
This coverage is sponsored by Falkirk Rugby Club.